He was with us. Gang Spitter, y'all subscribe, like, share the video. Your boy Fat Joe, him and Jadakiss, you know they got their new podcast. Joe and Jada, y'all go subscribe to Joe and Jada on Hood. Hey, Fat Joe was talking about how a lot of these rappers, most of these rappers be check to check. Yeah, show to show, feature to feature. Keeping up with the Joneses, buying jewelry, car, houses, designer, fucking with them hoes, riding more and sporting your moves. You're gonna have you living check to check. You understand? Let him go ahead and talk his spiel, and then we gonna dive in while rappers live check to check.
Check to check. If we buying $300,000 watches, house, homes, and everywhere, we check to check. You gotta keep working. That's why you gotta keep working. Everybody is so rich. Everybody is still working. So what does that mean? Does that mean that they love to do it? Or does it mean like you gotta pay the bill? You got kids in college, you got all type of mortgages, you got car notes, you got guys 80 years old still performing, touring. I mean, just 2 days ago, it's Patti LaBelle. Either they doing it for the love and the passion, or they still got to get the money to pay these bills. Because these bills just keep coming. The bills don't stop. The bills keep coming. I don't care. The bills is coming now. And so what happens is, I don't care how much money we make. It's almost like shampoo that just slip through your fingers. I'm not safe. No, I'm keeping it real with you. I am not safe with no amount of money. You don't know how many times I made $1 million and it was gone in like a month or two. And it's just regular. Yo, pay the lawyer, pay your insurance, pay this, pay this, just this, that. And then you turn around and it's like, yo, where's the bread? Yo, bro, Louis Vuitton ain't cheap, bro. All that you doing out here looking cute, it ain't cheap. And so there's always a check to check. I don't care how much money you make. It blows my mind. When I'm sitting down, I'm like, yo, I just made $1 million last month. You telling me the Amex bill, this done washed up 2 quarters of like real quick. We check to check. And we buying $300,000.
Yeah, so y'all heard the man. And most of these rappers ain't even had all the hit records that Fat Joe done had or Jadakiss done had. They got street anthems and a whole bunch of mixtapes and a couple million views on YouTube and shit like that. Getting 5,000 a show, 10,000 a show. But we're going to break down, not everything, but we're going to break down a lot of different reasons why these rappers be living check to check. And it all start with them coming straight into the game, into the rap game. They get their buzz, they get discovered and all that there. They sign their deal already. Whether it's a independent deal, signing to an independent label or major, they sign a 360. They get their $1 million, they 400,000, 500,000, whatever they sign it for. They get their advance. They already in the hole. So if you get $1 million deal, you're already in the hole, 400,000, damn near with the IRS. The label want their $1 million back. Really, they want 4 times that. They don't just want their $1 million back. They want 2 or 3, 4 million back from that $1 million they gave you. IRS want 400K. You come straight into the game, and then what you coming in with? Your big entourage, your family, everybody entitled. You gonna come the deepest when you first coming in. Yeah, when your guy they pull up to your hood and you got 50 dudes out there, 100 dudes out there, all the female, everybody out there, the whole block out there. He laid 200K on top of a double R, ace of spade bottles everywhere. Yeah. Everybody in the background screaming in your ear, no, baby, nigga! So, baby, nigga! Yeah, I told you, nigga! Yeah, all that there. You gotta hold them down. They'll shoot for you, fight for you. You gotta look out for them. You already got A-list artist type of habits, as far as like wearing designer shoes, jewelry. Now you gotta get the rap startup kit. That take money. You gotta play catch up with the jewelry. Step your diamond game up. You don't play it smart and get moissanite and lab diamonds. You worried about what fans think and other rappers that's gonna be beside you, what they think. So you gonna skip past the lab diamonds and moissanite. You're gonna get the VS, flawless, You can get an iced out grill, watch chain, yeah. Even though God is giving you a label chain, you still want another chain. Because you need to be having 2 or 3 chains on. You don't want that one little chain. Cars that you don't need. So you in the hole, you ain't even spend no money in marketing yet. You ain't spend no money with no DJs. You ain't built no connections yet. You already know, you damn near already broke. You start buying shit before you need to. Trying to hurry up and move your mama out the hood. Grandma now. Sister, brother, partners. Y'all shouldn't be going to the designer store off the rip, off the bat. Keep it them franchise boys. D for wear white tee. Am I white tee? Yep. Then you come up in that hot boy Cad Money era. Then you come up the franchise boy era. Yeah. Keep it white tee, $100 jeans, Forces, J, phone deposit, shit like that. You got your jury. You don't really lock in the studio and just keep working. You already come in the game, already relaxed. Now, I ain't gonna speak on how Fat Joe in that era, like the 90s, early 2000s, how they do their shit. We talking about now. So you come in, you already got millions of views on YouTube. You already got a decent following on Spotify and Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. So you already in the hole. You damn near spent everything. So you pretty much still gotta buy pounds. And, you know what I'm saying? Jug, keep that scale on. So you already in the hole. Now you gotta get lawyers. You gotta pay them, manager and them on percentage. The manager them, then you could still be paying the CEO off your show money. You getting 5,000-10,000. You gotta get him covered, right? Because you ain't selling no records. And then on top of that, the worst thing happened to you. You get you a hit record. You get you a hit record too fast before you really develop as an artist in front of your audience and really grow with them. Here come a hit record. Here come That's On Me, baby. Here come a Lean Back for you. Here come the Finesse 2 Times. Cool when they do it. Here come a Boss Man D-Lo hit record. Here come, yeah. And what that do is it bring in a lot of money, right? But what it do is make you too cocky, make you lazy, make you stay stuck on that one record. You can have that record and you can have another street anthem. It'll have you stuck on them 2 records instead of keep working. Instead of keep working like DMX did. Rough Rider anthem. Stop being greedy. Get at me, dog. It's going down. Slipping. Ain't no other cats got love for me. What's my name? Just keep working. Instead of keep working. Wankster. In the club. PIMP. 21 Question. Mini Man. Instead, you gotta just keep throwing them out there. You still on that record because you already made an M off this record. Because now you're getting 20K a show. Now you're getting 25, 30K. And see, you ain't, drop you a tape or 2, jump on a couple different features. So now, instead of you really locking in the studio while you still in that prime and you still hungry and you know what I'm saying, you giving your audience what they really love, what got you the deal when you was really hungry, you was making that type of music. Now you getting all this money and you getting all these things. You really going in the hole one way, but you don't really see it because you're getting a lot of show money. You're getting a lot of features at the time. Everything coming, a lot of promo. But you kind of start saying anything on records now. Now you not really speaking to the streets no more. You got bougie. Now you talking that rich talk. That ain't what build your audience. But they still rocking with you, right? So by this time, you a year in, as far as like signing a deal, being on, and you already done did everything wrong. Your entourage too big. Managers or whoever else stealing from you, you giving them too much percentage, or they just taking everything from you, right? You got to hit record too fast. You overspending. You got too many females. Now, another problem come in, which you ain't gonna think is a problem right now, but another problem come in, habits. And guess what's gonna be one of your first big habits that you're gonna have to do, that because your body ain't used to it. You having to stay up. Yeah, you having to stay up. That's what's gonna get you on your first. If you ain't on drugs and you weak-minded, or you may not be weak-minded, you may just really need this because you got to get the bag. It's too much shit going on. You can't sleep. So now you got to find narcotics to keep you up because you got to do radio interviews. You got to do other interviews. You got to do studio time. You got to go rehearse. You got to go, you got to do drops. You got to do promos. You got to do more features. You got to be over here. Then you got to rest a couple hours. In between all that, you got to rest a couple hours. You got to do all this shit, and it's every day. You got to do photo shoots. It's every day. You got to go to meetings. Every day. Lawyers calling. Every day. So now you on pills. Staying up. You already be smoking gas. And then more habits come in. That's more money. Now your partners, they on it too, because they got to stay with you too, right? So you got to pretty much support their habit. So you got that working against you. Then, like I said, you a year and a half, 2 years in. You still hot. You still doing millions of views. You still, the fans still checking up on you. Still a real street nigga, handling your business in the street, thugging, hustling. Yeah, all that. In between this time, you get sued a lot. All your partners in them, a lot of them, they going to jail. You got to bind them out. You could be going to jail. You got to bind them out. So you got that. You having kids now. You done had 2 or 3 kids by now. It could be your story. You understand? And then, in this time right here, you done got so cocky. The person who, now, maybe you're not this cocky, but it's just not getting ran by you. So the person who, your booking agent, he's stealing from you. And he's stealing from you in a lot of different ways, right? One way going to be the percentage that he charging you. That's one way. Another way going to be it's a lot of plays coming through. And he not telling you about it because you told him you want 20,000 a verse. You want 15,000 for a promo thing. And you want this for an interview and that for an interview, right? So when people call and they don't have that, at least your bare minimum amount, he ain't even gonna run the play by you. They're stealing from you. He ain't even gonna run it, and then you so cocky. If he do run it by you, because you can have a real one. If he do run it by you, you're gonna turn it down. Because sometimes dudes could be you charging 20, but a nigga only got 10. That's 10,000 off. And you turning that down when you really should be getting you shouldn't turn no bag down. It don't matter if you getting 50,000 a show. If you're not no Eminem, Drake type of guy, you need to be turning. You can't be turning these bags down. You can't be turning these bags down. And then when you first signed the deal, get what you did. You was doing shows with promoters. You everything was all good with promoters. You had some good loyal promoters, and they was giving you. They ain't got big clubs. They probably could pack 2, 3, 4, 500 people, 300 people, maybe 1,000, less than that. They giving you 10, 15,000, but they calling you out of a month. Say a city in South Carolina, they calling you 5 times a month, 4 times a month, and they always consistent with it. But they can't never really give you no more than 15,000. Now you at 30,000. You done got too big. You done cut Buddy off, but he was loyal. You cutting him off when you should have kept getting the 15. You should have kept getting the 15 because you're a street artist. You're a real street nigga. You'll never really get to them superstar levels because how you living, how you thugging, the type of music that you make ain't gonna get you on no Drake level or no 50 Cent level or no Lil Baby level. And you ain't smart enough to even get to them levels, right? So you burn the bridges with promoters. Oh, this man, they got too big. Like, he don't need with us no more. So you turning down them bags. Shit like this it's gonna catch up with you at the end, and it's gonna have you living check to check when everything come crashing down on you. But you don't know that you living check to check though, because the money just coming in until a year or two passes, you ain't paid your taxes, and they hit you, and now it's time to have 2 or 3 million, and you ain't got it. And then guess what else you gonna do that's gonna keep you in the hole? When it's time for you to drop an album, now you ain't gonna want to use your money. You don't want to. You gonna want another advance. You gonna want to use the labor money, but you ain't really sold no records. So the labor really don't want to give you no advance, but they give you one just to keep you in the hole, cause you still hot. But when you dropped your first album, you sold 15,000, 20,000 your first week, but you still getting 30, 40,000 a show, 35,000, 25,000 a show. So now you getting advances, signing more deals, getting in the hole with them. So you got all this shit working against you. You spending more than you making. Your booking agent, he's stealing from you. All he care about is making. You say you want 20,000. All he care about is making a couple of bands over 25,000, 23,000, 22,000. He hate when it's only 20,000. Let alone you got $8,000 less. You should be getting all that, like I say. And then you get so cocky, it get to a point where Live Nation or different touring companies, they want you to do this concert, but they're not paying what the club's paying you, what the promoters paying you. You getting 35,000 a show. They want to give you 5,000, and they want you on tour for 3 months. And the math ain't adding up. They want to give you 10,000, 5,000 for 3 months, but the promoters, they want to give you 35,000 per show for 6 months. For the rest of the year, you probably can be booked up on and off for the rest of the year. You don't take that opportunity with the tour thing. I mean, with the arenas and stuff like that, to see how you can work that crowd, to work your way in, see how you do. So if you do that and take that little L right there, but it's opportunity, now you'll be getting 70K, 60K, 80K, because the club only gonna get you but 50,000. By the time you hit 40, 50,000, 60,000, they ain't finna get too much more than that. If you get that high, 40,000, you're supposed to be in tours by now. But you don't want to take that little loss, because your bills 20, 30,000 a month, 15,000. Yeah, that's just in bills. 20,000 a month just in bills. Probably on child support by now. That ain't including habits. You got gambling habits because you hanging with Lil Baby. You want to gamble with 42 Dub. You over there with Hustle Cartel gambling, Finesse 2 times. You with all these niggas who gamble. You trapping. You get paid 3 or 4, 5 different ways, but you still check to check with everything. You keep getting new jewelry. You owe this jeweler. You owe that jeweler. You renting cars. Your partners in them, they wrecking cars. So then it can come to a point where you 2, 3 albums in, now it's time to renegotiate, or you probably ain't even at that point. Now you sit down somewhere and you read your contract and you feel like the labels in them been stealing from you, and you feel like you ain't been getting what you're supposed to be getting, but when you signed the deal, you weren't who you was. So now you're going against them, and they stopping your album from dropping and not letting you drop music, or you going back and forth with them, or you want to take them to court, still get sued over here, facing charges over here. The feds looking at you, trying to give you a RICO. Got all this shit going. Baby mamas, little holes on the side. So you living check to check. You're stressed out. The IRS always on your back. Yeah, man, like, your bills too high. All your partner's good for is catching bodies and shooting people and fighting and robbing and finessing people. You didn't level up as an artist when you were supposed to. You didn't stay hungry long enough. You burned bridges with promoters and people who got regular street niggas who got 10,000, 15,000, 8,000 to do features with you. You didn't do that with them. Spending too much money with producers instead of finding your own sound, building with that producer, like Baby did with Manny Fresh, like Gucci did with Zaytoven, like DMX did with Swiss Beats. You didn't do none of that. Like Master P did with KLC and Beats by the Pound. Like Walker did with Southside. You ain't doing that. You ain't got no good engineer. You ain't even really got no good marketing team. That's why you signed the deal. You ain't got no real good relationship with DJs and radio stations and stuff like that. You ain't no people person. You only network with this crew over here and that crew over there. You ain't no real networker. So when you start to fall off, the bills, they keep coming. The bills. Entourage, you still 20, 30 deep. Overspending on hotels. Y'all be getting kicked out because y'all always smoking. Getting kicked out of Airbnb. Got to get another. Kicked out of hotel. Got to go get another one. Banned from here. Banned from there. And you got beef. Like, man, it be so much. Now, sometimes our artists won't feel it because they'd be too big. Eminem, the Drakes, they won't really feel it because they so big. Nicki Minaj's, but you ain't gonna never beat them. You ain't gonna never beat them. And then this whole time, you swear you're a trapper and a finesser, but you didn't know how to finesse in the industry so you can save money. You ain't smart like Boosie. See, what you supposed to did was instead of trying to keep up with Lil Baby and Future, real artists that get a lot of money off their music and stuff like that, and you keeping up with them because they keep buying new jewelry and stuff like that. They can buy their whole AP. But what you should have been doing was all these trappers and scammers that you know, you're supposed to use that to your advantage. Build a relationship with a jeweler, hype a jeweler up, like Eliante, Johnny Dang, whoever, Tiff, that's in North Carolina, Charlotte, Tiff, whoever. Work a deal out with a jeweler. Say, hey man, if I bring you this amount of money a month, can I get a free piece? If a piece costs 100,000, can I get a 50K, 60K discount? I done bring you 400,000, 300,000. All the street niggas across America, all the scammers, all the who getting, yeah, I'm bringing them straight to you. That's how you would get free pieces or pieces for the low. Because you bringing the jeweler so much money that he wouldn't have made without you. But you don't do that. You don't do that. You don't, instead of buying a designer all the time and wearing that all the time, trying to dress like Thug, Future, Lil Baby, Gucci Man, and stuff like that, you could have been wearing free clothes from people who want to promote their brand. Tell these motherfuckers to send you the clothes for free, and you'll promote it. You'll wear it, promote it like that. So you really not, you cutting the budget down. You cutting the budget down as far as like spending on clothes. You may only got to spend on shoes and stuff like that. So you done cut the budget down on jewelry and clothes. You want they can send other pieces for your partners in them. Another thing, cutting down your entourage. Because it costs too much. It costs way more to keep them straight than security because they want designer. They want you got to take them shopping in every city. You got to buy all this stuff because you ain't really turn them to bosses. They just steppers and shit like that. You ain't got a BMF type of crew where everybody eating, but they can hold their own. They can, if the bill 20,000, they can pick it up. You can just, like Dolph did when he took Key Glock and all them niggas to the mall that time. They paid the tab. You got to eat 5 stars instead of getting a chef. Cut the food expense down. Get you a chef and, yeah. Make the motherfucker cook for you where you go. You ain't cutting down the cost. Stop buying all these cars. You on the road, you turn. You on the road 8 months, 9 months out the year. But you gotta have 15 cars for. Sell that shit, man. And buy more property. Buy you a studio, charge different artists. You can buy studios in different spots. However you want to play it. Charge an artist to, record. Then you start doing other shit because the money running low. You just want to be doing something and act like you're a boss. So you just started a label. You signing niggas from your hood and all that stuff. Ain't gonna never really do nothing with them, or they'll never really go nowhere. But you'll feel like a CEO. So now you get played like the label played you. You playing them, but then you fuck around and see that you losing more money doing that shit. That made you lose. In the beginning, it was straight, but you dumping more money in that. That's causing you to lose even more because you're trying to play CEO. Now you get to see what it costs to run a label. So now you got to pay for their videos, their cars and clothes, and so now they get mad. Yeah, because you ain't really signing no real talent because you ain't even really trying to give up a big bag to get no real talent. So you giving niggas 5,000, signing niggas for free, 10,000, 20,000 to change, stuff like that. So you be all twisted and tangled, man. You be all twisted and tangled. You be stressed out, man, living check to check, man. And then when you get these checks, it's already spent. When you get these checks, it's already spent. Sometimes niggas don't never cut down their costs and they just keep living check to check, check to check. Your health ain't no good. You going to the hospital. So when you go to jail, you ever go to jail for a year, 6 months, 2 years, you'll lose everything. You really don't own nothing but a couple cars. You got all these different houses and spots. Yeah, man. So, man, this shit get stressful, man. Feel like don't nobody really give a fuck about you. When you need help, ain't nobody there for you. You done burn bridges. You need loans. You need all type of shit, man. You feel like the labels ain't keeping it real with you. Your partners, they start to look at you sideways because you done cut some of them off. You don't talk to them as much. Females yapping. The rap niggas, they fake. They was only there when you was hot. But it's just business. You taking it personal. You got all these crazy habits. And you think rapping easy. You got artists on the label that they ain't happy. Baby mama dog you online saying you ain't a good daddy. You ain't seen the kids. P.O. down your back. Cause you done got caught with guns. Cause you don't know how to turn on your signal when you drive or stop at stop signs all the way or red lights all the way or improper lane change or your tag ain't right or you're smoking in a car. Yeah. Your tent too dark. Fans, they flipping on you. You got fun boys say they done ate your booty like Boss Man D-Lo. You may got that. You may got a girl screaming R-A-P-E. Could have got robbed. Nigga that took your chain. You been shot. One of these situations can happen. So yeah, man, like, but shit was all good just a week ago. You get $1 million, like Fat Joe said, you get $1 million and that shit gone next month. Shit gone next month. Cause you kept living outside your means. You kept burning bridges. You ain't do like Boosie did. Boosie always kept doing them shows. They can't pay him the 40,000, but they got a good 20. That's why he stay booked up in North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, Little Rock, Arkansas, Mississippi, all up and through there. Cause he never turned his back on the promoters. He never turned them back He never turned his back on dudes who had 5, 10,000 for features. He go grab them and go snatch them. You ain't like that though. You wanted to stump with the big dogs. You can't be Future though. You didn't make timeless music. You didn't. And you ain't building relationships in the industry where if you do fall, you got all these millionaires around you that give you 300,000 here, $250,000 there, 100,000 there, and you can get back on your feet. You didn't make the right investments outside of music. You didn't learn how to make money out of every way that you can as an artist. You didn't never level up to the highest levels as an artist. You didn't never make the best records as an artist. You're just a jack of all trades. Now you get mad because it's another artist that they done signed to the label. He hotter than you, get more attention than you. He get the marketing. He get everything that you want. He getting it. So yeah, man. Now you want to overdose. Now you want to crash out. Yeah, niggas who you got problems with. Yeah, fuck all that. Now you buying more dope. Now you really investing with the plug. Now, yeah. So yeah, man, that's just a couple of things, man, that a lot of street artists, they come in the game, a lot of rappers, they come in the game and they live check to check. And it's because of all these mistakes that I'm saying. I'm the blogger that's breaking this shit down. I'm the one that y'all niggas need to listen to. I keep telling y'all the mistakes y'all gonna make, and then y'all ain't gonna listen. Y'all hear me out, but y'all gonna still make the same mistakes. Because when you in it, it's hard, to go against that. Because that's how it's supposed to go. I mean, that's how I be going in the rap game. But you gotta beat the odds. You gotta be able to tell them 30 niggas that you with, they got 4 or 5 bodies, or 2 bodies apiece. You gotta tell them, no, y'all can't go. Y'all messing up different deals. I can't get endorsements. I can't get this. I can't get that. 50, he was good at that. He used to roll with 50 dudes, 70 dudes, 60 dudes. He cut that shit off real quick. It ain't last but a year, if that, after he got on. Oh, nah, I can't have these dudes with me because these white dudes over here, these Jews over here, they want to do business with me. But if I got Dagamespitter, Domination, 30, 40 of them queen niggas with me, they ain't gonna want to do the deal. I'm too unapproachable. Always smelling like gas. Always, come on, man. While everybody partying, you partying with them. You supposed to be in the hotel, reading contracts, calling lawyers. What this mean? Learning the business. Even though you got the hottest records in the street, when you ain't learning the business, you still working. You still working. Building relationships with the bloggers so they can always speak good on you. That's another thing that rappers make a mistake on. All y'all niggas got to do is reach out to the bloggers. Like they post, come in their DM. You ain't got to follow them though. You could just say, I fuck with you, I rock with you. That blogger gonna give you good promo. He gonna give you good content. He ain't gonna never speak down on you. Because the motherfucker that's so high up, reaching down, saying, nigga, I rock with you. I watch all your shit. You could be lying. You ain't gotta pay him. He gonna always speak good on you. Niggas talk shit about you or some bullshit on your name, they gonna hold you down, especially if they got big followers. But niggas don't do that. And that's easy. You can lie and say, nigga, I watch your shit, I fuck with your shit, be lying. Just so you can get the good content, the good promo, the good, yeah. Motherfucker got 100,000 subscribers, that's 100,000 people. You don't do stuff like that, like everything counts. Don't do interviews. Then when you do them, it don't mean nothing. You don't say nothing. Yeah, man. Then you get replaced and forgot about. So yeah, that's my take on this conversation, man. Y'all hit that like button, y'all subscribe. Y'all tell me what y'all feel about this. Y'all want more videos like this right here? Y'all let me know, man. Come in my DM. Say, yeah, we need more videos like this, man. I'm up become an artist. I'm this and that. But yeah, fuck with me, DJ. Keep speaking that shit. Yeah, let me hear that. That motivate me to keep doing the videos. You understand? Y'all follow me on IG, the_gang_spitter. I say that's the_gang_spitter. Donate to the channel. If I gave you some game, $the gang spitter 704. He was with him. Go.